Okay, I'm going to show you how to make these Zelda or Link fairies. Made a few different kinds here. Now what you want is to get some pom-poms from a craft store, and also this kind of, they sell it by a roll. It's this iridescent, it looks green when it's against the black, but it actually has more of a pinkish iridescent hue to it when it's against any other color. So this one here is a rear view mirror type hanging. I put some fishing line through it, and then the other one I'll show you, or I'll tell you later where you can get the put it in the description below, a link to where you can get these. Just download this. I'll put a link to that as well. It's just kind of a fairy wing template depending on the size of the pom-poms that you have. This one was one of the first ones I did. It didn't turn out that great, but I'm going to put a white LED inside with a tiny battery. It's got to be a small LED if you're going to do it, and it actually glows it's pretty cool. I'll show you. So for this one we're going to be doing a blue fairy, and depending on the size of the pom-pom or fluff ball or whatever you want to call it, just match it up to the template. So what you want to do is just roll out some of this here, put it on, get a black marker, and just draw it on. Okay, so once you're done drawing it, as you can see I put veins on this one, cut the square to a smaller piece, and then get it wet, and then you can fold it so that both sides line up. This way when you cut it, you're cutting both wings at the same time, and the wetness just lets it stick to itself. But that way you get perfect symmetry in your cutting as well, because if the wings are off, it's not going to look nice. Line it up and then crease it. Once they're both lined up, that'll help you while you're cutting. If they get misaligned, it'll help you line it back up easier. Okay, and just get some scissors. Okay, so we got the start here of the wings, and we're going to use a blue one. And so there's a couple things you want to know or think about. If you get a hot glue gun, if you put a little bit of glue right there in the corners, and then you got to do it one at a time, then you can put a crease, and it'll give the wing some form. Otherwise it's just going to go limp like that. But if there's a crease in it, and you can pinch it and crease it, but the glue actually helps a lot. But you don't want to get it on the rest, because the glue will melt this and deform the whole wing. Okay, so I pinched them all so they have some curvature, and as you can see, the heat from the glue gun kind of deforms the plastic, so you just want to be careful. This one didn't turn out as good as I had hoped, but it'll still work. So now we'll go to the next step. Okay, so what you need to do, it's pretty simple. You take the needle and you stick it right in between the wings and through the pom-pom. Just gotta be careful you don't stab yourself. And you only need to go through the actual plastic once. I'll show you the rest of the steps. So that secures it, but then you want to go back up and just use the thread to go around the whole wing structure a few times, just to get it really secured onto the little fluff ball. And pulling it tight also helps center the wings up a little bit. And you can kind of play with these after they're attached, kind of bend them the way that you want. Okay, and then once you've sewed it on and kind of wrapped it around a couple times, just trim that and then tie it off. And there you have your little Navi, your little fairy, whatever you want to call it, and you can run some fishing line through it and hang it or do whatever you're going to do with it.